Hi, my name is jsholly. I am going to compare my life to my dad's life to a teenager's life from the New Jersey colony. The Dutch found New Jersey sometime in between 1609 and 1615. The geographical features of New Jersey are rivers, bays, lakes, streams, summits, and farms. They sailed across the ocean for religion and freedom. When my dad was a teenager, he lived in Eagle Grove, Iowa. Eagle Grove is flat farmland. Eagle Grove also has some of the richest farmland in the country. There's humid high 80-degree summers and freezing winters. I live in Clear Lake, Iowa. Clear Lake was discovered sometime between 1850 and 1856. The geographical features are a big lake, farms, flat land, and rich soil. Clear Lake has cold and icy winters and warm summers. New Jersey had to fight sickness such as smallpox and typhus. A huge change was the Battle of Trenton in Trenton, New Jersey during the Revolutionary War. The Battle of Trenton led to a huge argument and change in many different ways. One way was that there were many King James supporters, while the rebels wanted to retaliate against him. King James led the rebels to become frustrated with him because of his power and control. When the Battle of Trenton finally ended, New Jersey was damaged greatly, but the rebels won. When my dad was a young teen, he had to face the challenge of accepting that his mom had a mental illness and had to be in the hospital for several weeks. My dad had courage by having his family and father to help him through the challenge. As years progressed, they started to have a better understanding of the illness. The biggest change I've had in my life was when I watched cancer take the life away from my grandpa. When he started to get very sick and weak, we told him it was going to be okay. After my grandpa died, I learned that I shouldn't take life for granted. The Puritan people were the most powerful group in the early New Jersey colony era. As time passed, the Puritan society started to decline because the people were more concerned about business profits. Another reason why their religion was decreasing is that there were other religions coming to New Jersey colonies such as Baptists. The new beliefs made it so that the Puritans weren't the only voters for the property of the churches. When my dad was a teenager, he was Catholic. The church he went to when he was a teenager was called the Sacred Heart Catholic Church. I attend Zion Lutheran Church in Clear Lake, Iowa. Chores were a very common thing in the colonial children's lives. When the children were young, they had to feed the chickens and pull the weeds in the family garden. Once the boys turned 12, they could either learn family skills that would be useful in life or be a fisherman's apprentice. The girls would learn domestic household baking, sewing, and spinning. When the boys became of age, they could work for blacksmiths or tanners. When my dad was a kid, he had to do many chores also. During the summer, he had to do yard work and help with the garden. In the winter, he had to do snow removal. The chores he had to do year-round were cleaning his room, helping with dishes, and taking care of his dog. I don't have very many chores to do. The few chores I do have are mowing the lawn and cleaning my room. During the 13 colonies era, the practice of medical treatment was at a cruder state. Doctors were highly respected and present at every birth and funeral. Doctors' medical education were very meager. There weren't medical schools in the 13 colonies until the beginning of the Revolutionary War. When my dad was a kid, the technology and the doctors were much more advanced. My dad went to the same doctor throughout his teenhood. The doctors all had degrees and were well educated. The technology in education is progressing rapidly in this day and age. The doctors are finding cures for diseases and they save many lives so far. I have learned how much our civilization has progressed since the New Jersey colony era. I have also learned to appreciate what we have. We are lucky we have educated doctors that save lives. Also, I've learned a lot of interesting things about my dad in the New Jersey colony.